Hello, everyone. I'm Doshon Farad. Welcome back to In the Community TV. This is our YouTube blast that we love airing quite often, obviously. We're here at our center, at our studio, located in the DC area, with another very talented DMV artist, music artist, InFamous. We're going to discuss with him his career, his life, and beyond. Welcome, InFamous. How you doing?
Doing great, and yourself?
Quite well. Well, InFamous, we're going to get right to it. Okay.
All right.
First, tell us a little bit about your career. You know, what inspired you? What type of music you get into? Who your influences were?
Okay. Well, I'll start off by saying that I was always into music growing up. As a child. Unfortunately, I wasn't like one of those prodigies that started when I was 3 or something, but by the time I was about 5, 6 years old, I was singing in the church. That's how I started. And then as time went forward, I began to get an interest in actually writing music. By the time I was in 3rd grade, say I was maybe around 8, 9 years old, I started writing music. At the time, I hadn't found my passion for hip hop and rap yet, but there were a few artists that, I liked at that time. I liked 50 Cent back then, and I liked Eminem. Now that I look at it, they aren't the big major influences in my music, but they are definitely, like the foundation of where it came from. As far as influences, heavy influences, my favorite rapper, Logic. Second favorite rapper, J. Cole. And Eminem, gotta give him the props, gotta give him the respect. I wouldn't have been able to first, learn myself as an artist and, understand the craft and, get those fast flows and stuff like that. It was M that, really, got me there as far as looking at it. A$AP Rocky, that's another one. And I'll say too that, like I said, Logic, he made me realize, that I can be comfortable with, being myself, with being who I am. He made me understand that, it's okay to go through it. He also made me understand and realize, that even in this area, because he's actually from the DMV, he made me understand that even when you're from this area that, it seems like there's no opportunity. It seems like everybody's, at each other's necks and nobody wants to help each other. That, you can actually build a team and that you can, find people who are like-minded to build something great with you. And he really showed me that. J. Cole, I actually grew up in the town where he's from, Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's actually where I grew up. And so, I give him, respect right there from, once again, being somebody, who, that's somewhere I grew up and, got to see him, progress as time went on and to the man that he is now. And he's actually my favorite rapper.
Now, have you ever met him or any of the other ones you just mentioned?
Unfortunately, I have not met J. Cole as of yet. I will definitely meet him one day soon. Logic, I actually plan on going to a Logic concert very soon, and hopefully I get a chance to personally meet him.
What about Eminem?
Eminem, man, if I met Eminem right now, that'd be lit.
Now, of course, I'm quite sure that you've heard many older people say that the music that, say, people of your generation, whether it be hip-hop, R&B, or rap, that it's garbage. You've heard that before.
Yes.
Okay, I'm quite familiar with old heads. How do you respond to that? How do you feel about being judged like that?
My main thing is that I've never boxed myself into, having a category. I've never put myself in a position to where I will even allow myself to be bunched in. People can say what they want to say, but I don't look at it as it applies to me. Yeah, I'm making music, and yeah, I am in the industry, and I'm making music that people are listening to in 2019 right now. But I think that you gotta look at everybody individually. There are these very few people that are out here, just making music, and they don't understand what it is to really, be a rap icon or be a hip hop icon. They don't understand, the power, that comes with that, and the fact that they're actually influencing, these younger generations, and that they're influencing the current generation that they're in. They don't understand that. And so what happens in turn is, you know, when these rappers that they're calling trash, you know, are rapping about, you know, having sex with multiple women or, you know, sipping lean, doing drugs and all the above, you know, they're not understanding that their listeners are going and doing this because they think that it's cool. So I can't really be upset, you know, when they say, you know, that the music in this generation is trash. It's not that the music in this generation is trash, it's that there are a lot of people, you know, in the industry that are making it as such. And so, like I said, me as an artist, I for one understand what it means to be an influence, you know, and what it means to, you know, actually be trying to spread a positive message. And a lot of people, you know, in this industry, I just don't think that right there is like a critical aspect of what it takes to make it in this industry, and I don't think that a lot of them have that.
Now, where are some of the places where you perform, some of the venues?
At this current day and moment, I have had one official venue, and that was actually in the center, and I performed there. It was a, you know, a nice little crowd, and, you know, people came out and supported.
Well, it's okay for you to name the unofficial ones. You know, it's okay. Like,
oh, I mean, well, like, I remember the first time that I ever, like, quote unquote performed. I was actually in high school, and I was in class, and I remember it to this day. It was like my first ever performance. You know, like, everybody's like, oh yeah, you know, Antoine raps or whatever, and at this time, like, I was actually, like, considered, like, one of the best rappers in my school, and, you know, but I still hadn't performed yet, so, you know, at that time, I was more so into, you know, writing and battle rap, and I love writing now. That's, you know, one of my favorite things to do. I love writing, but, you know, so I had a battle rap experience, and I had my voice, but as far as, like, it's everybody's attention on me and stuff like that, that was a whole nother thing. So for me, like I said, I remember I was in my teacher Miss Squirrel's class, and we had like a little project that we had to do, and so I chose to write a song for it. I believe it was my psychology class, and so I had to write a song. And I told everybody, you know, I get up, I'm like, hey, you know, Antoine, you know, y'all know who I am, you know, also known as InFamous. And, you know, from there, I just took and started, you know, doing the song. And everybody liked it, and it was great. But, you know, I remember, you know, that feeling of that first performance. And I remember how it felt. And to this day, you know, it's been crucial and critical. Even though it was just in a school, it was crucial and critical to making me who I am and making me as confident as I am even in the booth.
Understood. Well, listen, we're going to get ready to wrap this up.
Okay.
I want to thank InFamous very much for joining us. I'm Doshon Farad. This is In the Community TV's YouTube blast. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again very soon. Have a good night.
Let's do both of them now, all right? So double T, both of them.
Wait a minute, you want me for okay, brother? That's all right, Shaheed. We can do both, but it might have been more. Okay, definitely.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, okay, what am I going to talk about this time, brother Shaheed?
You know, let's talk about the music. Talk about the production.
Okay.
Talk about the production.
Well, y'all collaborated with something?
Yeah. Talk about the production.
Oh, okay, fine.
I've been dreaming like all day long,
artist that was
all
something.
night long.
Well, okay, fine. Then when you get back on camera,
He
we'll talk.
actually won. No, I can't say the only.
No, we'll talk about that then. We'll talk about that. We'll be
Yeah.
King and InFamous. Good. Appreciate it, Doc. Now I know how this is going to go real